The top news posts of November 9th.
Sunday, November 9th, at 12:41 a.m. Philippines braces for Super Typhoon Fenghuang still reeling from Kalmaji. Reuters. The Philippines is bracing for Super Typhoon Fenghuang, now rapidly intensifying and menacing an already storm-stricken nation. Nearly 1 million Filipinos have evacuated as Fenghuang bears down, following the recent devastation left by Typhoon Kalmaji. Authorities are urging extreme caution as the powerful storm approaches.
Saturday, November 8th, at 11:07 p.m. Senate holds rare Saturday session aimed at ending government shutdown will reconvene Sunday. CBS News. The U.S. Senate convened a rare weekend session, reconvening Sunday, in an effort to end the government shutdown. Democrats presented a new offer, but Republicans quickly rejected it, extending the impasse. Senators are seeking a resolution, though some anticipate a prolonged battle. Saturday, November 8th, at 9:59 p.m. Suspect in murder of California family asked online psychic, "Will I get caught for what I did?" CBS News. A disturbing new twist in the murder of a California family. The man accused, career con artist Pierre Haunch, reportedly consulted an online psychic, asking, "Will I get caught for what I did?" Investigators quickly zeroed in on Haunch after the beloved doctor and his family were killed, despite his fantastical tale. This chilling case was recently explored on 48 Hours. Saturday, November 8th, at 9 p.m. Mayor-elect Mamdani reeks of Lenin, but NYCSY's safeguard against Marxism stands in his way. New York Post. Zoran Mamdani is at the center of New York City's evolving narrative. The New York Post, controversially calling him mayor-elect, warns of Lenin-esque politics and says is "drop the mask." The Wall Street Journal is profiling the advisors shaping his incoming administration. This comes as Realtor.com notes New Yorkers are still exiting the city, though staying local. And the New York Times links Mamdani's rise to the revenge of the struggling yuppie. A complex picture emerges for the city's future. Saturday, November 8th, at 8:54 p.m. Tampa tragedy, speeding car fleeing police plows into crowd outside bar in Ybor City, 4 dead 11 INJ. The Times of India. In Tampa's Ybor City, 4 are dead and at least 13 injured. A speeding car, reportedly fleeing police, crashed into a crowd outside a local business.
Saturday, November 8th, at 8:52 p.m. US airlines cancel more than 2,500 weekend flights, largely due to government shutdown. App News. Thousands of flights across the U.S. have been cancelled or delayed, with over 2,500 weekend flights impacted. The ongoing government shutdown is largely to blame, prompting critical FAA air traffic control cuts. As the chaos enters its second day, traveler worries are mounting, leaving many scrambling to adjust their plans.
Saturday, November 8th, at 8:02 p.m. Trump news at a glance. President suggests scrapping Obamacare as shutdown flight chaos continues. The Guardian. Amid the ongoing government shutdown, President Trump is renewing his call to scrap and replace the Affordable Care Act. The president is urging Senate Republicans to redirect federal health insurance subsidies, paying Americans directly instead of insurers. Speaking from his Florida golf course, Trump's directive comes as the shutdown continues to cause widespread disruption, including ongoing flight chaos. Senate Republicans are reportedly embracing the president's latest demand.
Saturday, November 8th, at 7:54 p.m. Newsom appears on stage at Texas rally to celebrate Prop 50 victory. Takes swipes at Trump. Los Angeles Times. California Governor Gavin Newsom recently made headlines in Texas, celebrating his state's Proposition 50 redistricting victory and taking direct aim at former President Trump. Newsom, widely seen as eyeing 2028, urged Democrats to focus on the midterms. Yet Texans, it seems, were already looking ahead, as Newsom delivered a potent warning: "You woke us up," and "Don't poke the bear."
Saturday, November 8th, at 6:34 p.m. Shots fired at Border Patrol agents in Chicago. Federal officials say. The New York Times. Breaking news out of Chicago's Little Village neighborhood. A manhunt is underway after federal agents report shots were fired at them during an immigration enforcement action. The incident occurred near 26th and Kedzie. Authorities say chemical agents were used to disperse a crowd, as the search continues for the gunman.
Saturday, November 8th, at 5:44 p.m. Minnesota restores full SNAP benefits to families in need. Star Tribune. Good evening. We begin tonight with contrasting news on food assistance. While Minnesota moves to restore full SNAP benefits to families, the Supreme Court has upheld a Trump administration pause on those same payments for now, leaving thousands in limbo. The ruling has drawn sharp criticism from Democrats, who accuse the court of playing politics with vital funding. This comes as analysis of the administration's appeal revealed arguments that they face more harm than people unable to afford food.
Saturday, November 8, at 4:46 p.m. FAA grounds MD-11 planes following deadly Kentucky crash. App News. Breaking news. The FAA has grounded all MD-11 planes following a deadly UPS cargo crash in Kentucky. Officials confirm a tragic death toll of 14, with all victims now accounted for. The NTSB reports a warning bell sounded in the cockpit shortly after the plane's takeoff.
Saturday, November 8, at 4:02 p.m. Russian attacks target nuclear substations, kill 7, Ukraine, says Reuters. Devastating Russian attacks are once again targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure and residential areas. Ukraine reports at least 7 killed, with nuclear substations among the sites hit. The bombardments have caused widespread power cuts across the country, leaving major cities in darkness and reducing some generating capacity to zero.
Saturday, November 8, at 2:20 p.m. Reports Saudi Arabia to renew dialogue with Israel. Israel National News. Good evening. Focus tonight on the Middle East, where Saudi Arabia is reportedly considering renewed dialogue with Israel. This potential normalization is central to talks for a U.S.-Saudi defense pact, a key theme during Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's recent Washington visit. While some hope for a breakthrough in ties, other analysts suggest direct normalization remains unlikely, reflecting a more cautious view amidst the ambitious plans for future U.S.-Saudi relations.
Saturday, November 8, at 12:02 p.m. Thousands of Sudanese flee to overcrowded camps after paramilitary captures El Fasher. CBS News. We begin with a deepening crisis in Sudan. Thousands are fleeing El Fasher following a paramilitary capture, overwhelming already crowded camps. Reports from Darfur reveal horrific scenes of mass killings, as the UN Human Rights Office warns of unimaginable atrocities. This bloody conflict, plagued by foreign influence, sees people literally crawling on hands and knees to escape the slaughter.
Saturday, November 8, at 3:16 a.m. What to know about the 5 hostages whose remains are still in Gaza. NPR. In the Middle East, Israel is bracing for the potential return of a slain hostage's remains from Gaza today, as officials confirm 5 others are still being held. This comes after the Israeli military identified the body of a hostage recently returned, with forensics teams leading the crucial identification efforts.